One. As we are back again for another 3 minutes with God, let us go ahead and get started. We are still in Psalm 116, um, this morning in verse number 5. So let us start the timer. So Psalm 16, verse number 5 says, "Gracious is the Lord and righteous. Yes, our God is merciful." That that the psalmist is just telling us that our God is gracious, and that he can say this because he has experienced God's grace. Um, that is God's grace um, is something that is amazingly wonderful. Um, and when you I guess when you realize that you have experienced God's grace, it is an amazing feeling, to know that, um, not only have you been forgiven, but in a sense and to a degree, your slate has been wiped clean, and that the things that you have done, that God would have been, um, righteous in his judgments if he chose to judge you, but yet he chose not to, and just to forgive you and to give you another chance. Um, and that is what this psalmist is saying. And he says that gracious is the Lord, and he is righteous. That is one of those things, as he is righteous, that he is set apart, he is holy, he is, all of these things, and then he confirms that yes, our God is merciful, that he extends mercy, that, um, it's almost one of those things, as it's like that parent who, um, sets sets the boundaries and or sets the rules, and tells the kids not to do this, not to do that, but then, um, in a sense, being a parent, you know that um, they are going to do certain things, but yet, even though they break the rule, that you don't just, the first time you get, just punish them for breaking a rule, or doing something, that you are extend mercy, you extend grace, and, even, like I said again, like a parent, you give their children time after time after time after time, giving them chance after chance, and extending grace and extending mercy to them, not because, um, not because you are, not a true parent or not a disciplinarian, but it's because you love your children. It's because you don't want to punish them, but it's just one of those things, and that's just how God is. He has certain things that he has set in place, but at the same time, God doesn't want to, punish you. He doesn't want to just rule with that iron fist, so to speak. But it's one of those things, as like this psalmist is saying, is our God is merciful. Our God is gracious. He's righteous. He, extends grace, and he extends mercy to all of us all the time, even when we don't deserve it, even when we don't even know that we're getting it. That God is still gracious and he is still merciful. So, as I leave you today, I just want you to constantly think about the, mercy of God and the graciousness of God, and just how, um, that we've made it another day. Not because we've been so good, not because we've been so strong, not because we are so intellectual and so, can speak so eloquently, but it's because of the grace and mercy of God. So God bless you and have a great day.